Hi guys, welcome back to MK Sportscars. We're kicking off again in the workshop. What we got first is this. This came in recently. Customer's car, hashtag Peter, he's coming in. This, well, I suppose I'll start off with saying this is going to be for sale. It's a little Mach 1, which, if you don't know Mach 1, used to be Mark and Colin, and basically it's similar to the Indy Classic chassis. All the body components will fit because Mach 1 started off taking MK chassis and then they developed a few changes of their own, but principally it's exactly the same as the MK Classic chassis. Now under the bonnet here we've got a little ZX-10 engine, little ZX-10R bike engine. Actually is a sweet little ride actually. We've driven this and it really is a nice little engine, very quiet, very civilised. Nicely done under here, clean engine. Although this is a 59 plate car, it's actually very clean, very tidy. We had to do a few changes under here. First job was there was a couple of issues with the sprocket adapter keep coming loose, which is this part here. Now it's going to be hard for Lewis to see, but sprocket adapter is what attaches the engine to the prop shaft. This is what was on there. It's kind of a very old interpretation of something similar we do, but it'd been bolted in, it's threaded, it'd been bolted in that side and nuts on this side, and it kept vibrating loose, and it's actually sort of warped it a little bit as well. So we got rid of that and we put on one of our ones which we know work and put the correct bolts, thread locks. It's got 12.9 instead of these little 8.8 hex bolts as well, so that's been changed out. It's been gone through and had an oil service. So oil and filter change, that's been done. She's ready to go. It drives really nice. It's got a power commander on it as well here. We went through, the brakes and mastering has been changed. We found a couple of little issues with that by the way the pedal sits on it, so we fixed those as well. Car is super clean actually. It's really been polished within an inch of its life, this car. It's very clean actually for this year of car. Even in, you can see in here guys, all the chassis and everything else is super clean. There's no elements showing of rust or marks or etc on it as well, so it's really cool. We've gone through it, we checked the geos on it, we checked the speed because that is gone through them for MOT, because we had a couple of little things which is, it happens from time to time, a little loose connection on the indicator light that needed fixing. We've gone through it there, ready for an MOT prep. It's little things like this, remembering that you need little reflectors here, you know, for an MOT. These are only little dot ones we put on there, nice and clean and neat and tidy, making sure you've got the appropriate fog lights working and everything else. So it's all ready to go off for its MOT and it will be up for sale. Now if you want to know more information about this particular car, hook us up, phone call, email, come and see us at the factory here at the moment while it's here. It will be going back to the owner and it'll be up for sale, and I think it's going to be in the 13-14 grand mark-ish range, I do believe. But it's a little bit different because it's actually got, it's hard to show you because it's tucked right under here, it's actually got a Subaru diff in it rather than the Ford. So some of them put Subaru diffs in them, some people put Freelander diffs occasionally under there. It's a good ratio for this. It's going to give it sort of 125, 130 mile an hour top speed. So it's pretty sweet little engine actually. Maybe, do you know what, I'm going to get the keys and give it a start. So now I've got the keys, with a Kawasaki label on it. I'm going to leave it will start. I moved it over to the door. So it's key in. It's actually got the standard dials that came off the ZX-10. Now I've done one of these years ago, a turbocharged version of the ZX-10. And I've got to say, it's a really nice little gauge, really clear on the rev counter, and the digital speedo works perfectly on these cars. You've got a power on here, and then we've got the old Fighter Pilot engine start switch. So we'll go in with that. Right, so I'm going to hop in the car, ignition on, got a little power switch, and we've got the old Fightercraft switch on here. See if she runs. There she goes. Got to be honest, that's a sweet sounding engine, really quite quiet actually. I mean, you can hear that with the mic. It's one of the quieter bike engines I've seen. It's very smooth. It's got a nice throttle response to it as well. Let's give it a little bit of blip. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. That's a lovely little ZX-10R engine. Make good power, at least 180 plus horsepower. 06 engine. It's got a little billet sump on this particular one as well. So she's sort of set up and ready to go on track. Full cage. So you can go on the road. I've driven it on the road. It's very civilised actually. Cruises along quite easily at the national speed limits because the engine is quite smooth and quite civilised. So yeah, so if you want to know more about the car, hook us up, phone call, email, as I said earlier. Speak to Andy or Neil. Right, talking about cars for sale, don't forget we've got this one for sale. There's also in the workshop here the Indy RR with a CBR 1000 RR, and if you haven't seen the test drive, there was a little, perhaps Lewis will pop a link up on there for you. It was a little test drive we've done out on that. Great car, factory built car, only a couple of years old. 3-4 years old this car, but in very, very good condition and prestigiously maintained by Ben. So that one's up for sale. Then we've got the RX-5, so we've got little Mazda based car with the 140 horsepower Mazda 1.8 engine. So if you're track orientated, occasional road blasting, if you're looking for more of a road blast car on occasional track day, this suits the bill very, very well. We're talking 24,995 on this one and 14,495 on this particular car. And then the final one at the moment we've got here in the workshop, which is the Cup 200 car. And this one is eligible to run in the race series, and it's got to be thoroughly road registered. It's been IVA'd, we're just waiting for the registration documents to come through, so it'll be one owner car. It's done next to no miles, probably 20 miles, something like that. Had a fully rebuilt engine in this one, and it's got a Gen 3 under here with the throttle bodies and everything else. We just mess around with the ECU and stuff under here, but you can see all the nice work that guys at RLM do with the Cup 200. Got the Gen 3 drive-by-wire on here, so you've got full flat shift up and down, and there's a drive-by-wire motor down in there. So this one's up for sale as well, 39,995, and ready to go. But that's bonkers. Love that car. And if you want to go racing and drive it to the track and race it home again, there's your answer, guys. So what we've got next, Lewis, is this. We've got the Dax Rush High Booster Turbo. Josie's been on with this, come in, we've sort of blackened it out, making it clean and tidied up the engine baby, and dropping the plenum here. This was sticking out the bonnet, which is over there actually. There was a big hole and this stuck out the bonnet. We've been dropping it down, we put some angles on here, and we're just making all of this, welded up the plenum pipe here, dropping it all lower down. Everything will fit under, and then the bonnet scoop's going on this. Josie's fitting the flared side panels because it's had some alley ones that weren't particularly nice. Fitting the flared side panels on it as well, and headlights we've gone with the LED. We've got rid of the, a bit like the Citroen 2CV the Dax used to have, the square ones that they used to have. So if you know what a 2CV is, you know what they look like. These have gone on with the indicators built in. So because the bonnet's here on one piece, and trying to take it off and disconnect the indicators was a bit tricky, so now you've got the indicator, side light, dip beam, main beam all in one. So this is getting slowly buttoned up now, and then we get this plenum on, do some more tidying up, get the bonnet fixed on with the new scoop that will go on to cover the rest of it up, because this put this angled section here for the throttle cable just to make sure it clears everything. And yeah, and you know a booster with a turbocharger in it is going to be rapid, absolutely rapid. I think it's made somewhere around 380 brake horsepower. I think it went on RLM's dyno actually, so it made about 380 brakes, so that's more than enough, more than enough. It's a familiar car to us, it's been here before, done a few other jobs, but yeah, Chris wants to just button it up and get the look and the stance right now on the car, and I think it's going to make a huge difference with black side panels, black bonnet scoop, tucked, everything nice and neat and tidy and tucked. I kind of like it that way as well, so Joe's doing a good job there. Right, I think you see there's a lot of metal here, guys. Chassis production is on a full attack mode, shall we say. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One downstairs. You got, yeah, chassis production is on full scale. They've been trumping for them. So we've got some left-hand drive cars here. These are going to the USA. This is left-hand drive. We've been fitting the brake lines, fuel lines, floor pans all ready to those to go out. Those particular chassis are all ready buttoned up. Got one more left to do, which is that one there, and that'll be ready out the door as well. And then we've been on with lots of other things that you don't see every day, but all of these are Mazda MX-5 where we do the modification on the prop shafts. So these have been modified, so we take it, we shorten it, it's modified to fit, because it's too long as it comes out, and same with the steering link bars. These are ones that come off the donor car, and then we modify them to the correct length. It still has the collapsible piece, which is required for IVA, so they're modified and need to get clean and painted up by the owners and vendors. So yeah, so, I mean, it's a dozen of each of those there. So all of the fabrication stuff is on full alert at the moment and steaming for it all. And it just showing you here where this one's not quite finished, but brake lines here, fuel lines here, brake light switch going in, pedal box going in on the left hand drive side. And the left hand drive cars do have a different manifold for the Mazda. Unfortunately the standard one that comes off the Mazda doesn't fit. You have to have a different manifold because the steering link bar would interfere with the standard manifold. So it's a different kind of manifold that we've had fabricated, which is available on the website as well. So if you do want to do that, it's all available. Same as a turbo. We've done a turbo left hand drive link pipe that works with that as well. So if you want to get into that, you can hook us up, phone call, email, and we can put you in with our dealer James. Perhaps he'll put me up a link there, won't we, for our USA dealer there, Lewis. He's giving me the nod, he will. Our USA dealer James out there. These kits are going out, they'll be ready and available for customers to purchase. So if you're out in the USA now and you want a kit, they're going to be coming your way very, very soon. Right, workshop walk over, guys. If you're interested, don't forget, you want a kit or you want to get building, hook us up, phone call, email, come and see us at the factory and you can get into a chassis. Start building your kit now, ready for this year or maybe for next year's springtime, getting it built. Whether it be a bike engine or Mazda car. If you want instant gratification, you cannot wait any longer. You want to get in that sunshine. Look, it's beaming out there. We've got the CBR car, we've got the Mazda car, and we've got the Booster car for sale, ready for you to come down and have a look at it. That's it for this week, guys. Like, share, subscribe. We will catch you next week.